Hello and welcome back to Myst, where I honestly semi-reluctant to go through even more text, but I don't want to miss anything. If the stories contain clues, indications, anything we would need later, or if they set a kind of atmosphere about that helps immersion, then I should check them out. So, uh, Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they were, a group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far of a distance. One day, another person appeared on the rocks, for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends. Swimming and hunting for fish together often, Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon part of the group, and all the three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least, that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. A strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but to the three boys. Did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by my father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. Submersible lamp. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I've also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light towards the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I've decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. He was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art, that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written. I think. Wait. I think of it this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years. The cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they tried their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wondered aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. So, yeah, these are the constellations we found in the sky in that world. Okay, we did this. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures. And it was. The sky here is dark and grey, and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. People had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep in the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today and I have begun work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world, except for its grey sky. They detest the grey sky and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed the most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. I began experimenting with it on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. Okay. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. Could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Okay. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I've had a healthy adventure, and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first, I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Alright. Then we got the last book. That's the one... Yeah, it doesn't really have text. You can like quick skip back to the... So I open this up. What if I press home, for example? No, that doesn't do it. So this is a bunch of guides, clues of some sort. What's down here? Nothing? Wait. Wait. What? Whoa, dude. That's, there's a button here, but first of all... Okay, so... Did we just get stuck? Huh. So here's Mr. Blue.
Serious?
Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah. So this is outside. But let's check out the rest of this room first.
You must help me. Bring me a red page. I can't.
So he needs a red page. Why is it red in some places? Well, let's see what... Wait, let's get back. Because is there now a laser? Not really. Is this even the island on this map? So we have a round building and a square. This is, yeah. Could be. Well, it is. So that is actually indeed the thing on the map that we were pointing the laser at. That's the dock here. This is the round building and the square building. That did something. Let's go check. Doesn't seem to be anything different here. What if I do this now? No, it was like pointing at this part. Maybe here. Well, something obviously happened. Something's moving. Let's go just check here again if anything changed. Doesn't look like it. Stop closing the door behind me, prick. So what did that change? Obviously we activated something. And now when I move that, wait, do we always get that sound? And what if I do this? Yeah, we always get it. Obviously it locks on this and this. But this is the square building we are in, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. Let's go check what we find over there. Maybe this is like a laser or something that we need to activate. Okay. Take me up. Library. Yeah, so no way to get in there for now. Don't know what that thing does. I think we might really have to activate something. Yeah, that thing. Probably. Why are these things? I mean, I switched this up already. What's this? Can I dig here? Well, not a clue about anything so far. Okay. Not a clue about anything. Every building has one of these. No loot. Okay. What? So this is 10. This is 7. 8. 16. But I keep finding stuff, but that's 1, 2, 19, 22. Well, both of the things are the same always, or like if I had some idea what I'm doing here, that would be nice. Let's click a few at the same time. No! So this, yeah, this. Okay, now they are. Now we have a problem, it seems. I overloaded the generator. Huh, I still have no clue what I'm doing. Hmm. Like really, let's come back here later. This is not really doing anything. This music kind of creepy. So okay. Good to know that this is here, but are these things, are the solutions to these in the books? It's a safe combination. How am I supposed to figure that out? Okay. Yeah, it's not 000, is it? No. Could have been. And this leads back. Oh no, this is oh, wait, that's a tree. We had a painting of this tree as well. Can I do anything here? So, what's remarkable here? Does this have anything to do with the safe combination, like one for the tree, then the amount of clouds and the amount of green trees? Ah. I don't know. And this tree is actually here. And you can walk in here, and then there's nothing. saw this. This as well. Let's see. Okay. Let's get back down. Follow the no way. Okay. Let's see. Well, game's definitely not holding my hand. I'm going to end the episode here, so I thank you all for watching, and hopefully next time I can start figuring like something out at least.